Yes, a very good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Shuman Chakraborty, the Department of Anthropology from Vedmani Dr. Mahavidyapit, a government college from Kolkata. Now, we are going to start the webinar, and I would like to share this platform to Dr. Kshetrimayum, who is the moderator, who is serving as a moderator of this webinar.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Kshetrimayum, Assistant Professor in the Department of Anthropology, Vedmani Dr. Mahavidyapit. Today, we are meeting virtually to discuss a very interesting issue, to discuss entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship with the aim of motivating our students, particularly towards entrepreneurship development and to generate innovative ideas for developing business and serve society as a whole in the later periods. So this is just the beginning. Today's special lecture program has been organized by the Department of Anthropology, Vedmani Dr. Mahavidyapit, in association with IQAC, that is Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our college. And we have wholehearted support from Srimati Chandrima Bhattacharya, Honorable Minister of the State, and of course our Principal Sir, who can join shortly, Dr. Apurva Bandopadhyay. We are also inspired by Dr. Mitali Gangopadhyay, who is coordinator of IQAC MDM. And today we are glad to have among us our honorable speaker, Dr. Vedmani Devi, from all the way from Manipur, along with us. Before listening to her, I would like to request Dr. Shuman Chakraborty, Head of the Department of Anthropology, Vedmani Dr. Mahavidyapit, to deliver his welcome address. Over to Shuman.
Yes. Thank you, Suchishmita. A very good afternoon to everybody. Everyone who has already joined this webinar organized by our department. So first of all, respected our governing body president, Srimati Chandrima Bhattacharya, he is the minister in charge or minister of the West Bengal government, and also our honorable principal sir, Dr. Apurva Kumar Bandopadhyay, all our IQAC members, and including our coordinator, Dr. Mitali Ganguly, and also the different faculties, a member of the Department of Anthropology, and the students, the different faculties from other departments, and also the ex-faculties, and also the our colleagues from the other colleges. On behalf of the institute, on behalf of the college, and on also behalf of the department, I welcome you all. Which is specifically important. This is called the national seminar. It is going to be national seminar, as because our special speaker who is from Manipur, a national seminar on entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship. Now I welcome you all for this particular webinar, a special lecture series. As because this is I call series, as because this is the first lecture we are going to organize, or the lecture is delivered by Dr. Vedmani Devi. I welcome Dr. Vedmani Devi in this particular occasions. Specifically, she will speak on the entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs. So, why we are very much keen to understand the entrepreneurship and entrepreneur, the involvement of entrepreneur. That things will be delivered by Dr. Vedmani Devi, very lucidly, I know. But before that, I would like to just share my meeting with Dr. Vedmani Devi. Actually, I met Dr. Vedmani Devi in internet, in a social media platform. Then I inquired about her because he's so much active and have different kind of degrees from anthropology and also the food and nutrition, and great skill in entrepreneurship development, specifically by involving the women participation in Northeast Indian and specifically in Manipur. So after that, I've been in March, I've been in Imphal and I met one of other colleagues from Manipur University. Meiti is there, and also I requested to Meiti join this webinar also. And then particular occasions, our add-on course coordinator also requested me to open some of the add-on course by incorporating the Department of Anthropology, Economics, and Food and Nutrition. So in that particular time, I was thinking how we can interlink these three departments. And at the juncture of my thinking, Dr. Vedmani Devi came, and we have discussed in the room of Meiti. I think Dr. Vedmani Devi remember in the particular occasion.
Yes.
And I have decided that we should start to build some conversation, and in that particular conversation we may develop some of the course materials and also try to build some connections between the different organizations and try for our best to develop some course and curriculum and train our students for their future development. I also welcome Dr. Dewan from Manipur. He is also the expert from entrepreneurship, and also the different other students and faculties. And this is not my day to deliver the talk on entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs. It's the day for Dr. Vedmani Devi. So after all, I also welcome all of them who have already joined and who will deliver. We will also discuss the things if you have in mind. I encourage our students to put some questions in front of our guest speakers if they will have any questions, and obviously we are trying to clear their doubts and trying to build some confidence regarding the joining of entrepreneurship course, which will be going to offer in the very soon from our department. Thank you, Kshetrimayum.
Thank you, Shuman. Now, may I request Dr. Mitali Gangopadhyay, Coordinator IQAC of Minani Datta Mahavidyapit, to say a few words regarding this program. Mitali.
Thank you so much, Kshetrimayum. It's a pleasure to be here on this platform today. A very good afternoon to all those who have gathered on this platform today from the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our College, Minani Datta Mahavidyapit. I heartily welcome Dr. K. Vedmani Devi. She's from Manipur, and she's also the ambassador of Global Entrepreneurs Club. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am, for consenting to speak on this platform today. We all know that since the last 1.5 years, almost 1.5 years, 1 year, 3 months precisely, we have all started our online classes. We have gone completely online. By we, I mean those teachers, academicians, research scholars, students who have remained confined in their homes till today from the beginning of the pandemic. So for us, this online mode of communication is something new. But again, we have tried in our little ways to help the student, enrich the student with additional knowledge beyond their so-called examination-oriented academics. And that is why we have arranged from time to time, special talks, special lectures, web series, and webinars. And I must tell here that one of the departments leading in this endeavor is definitely the Anthropology department. I congratulate, therefore, the head of the department, Dr. Shuman Chakraborty, who is a very able leader, who is also a member of the IQAC, and along with that, his particular team, Dr. Kshetrimayum, Dr. Pushpalata Tika, Srimati Tanushree Kohli, they have all joined hands in this, in the dedication, in their efforts to, invite resource persons from various specializations, so that, as Kshetrimayum was just saying, to enlighten the minds of the students, to initiate new ideas in them, so that they can think about something else apart from their academics, and think about a more professional world where they have to find their own work. So I do, appreciate this effort from which comes from the anthropology department. And so far as the topic for today is concerned, ma'am is going to speak on contribution of women entrepreneurs in raising India. I am not trained to speak on this at all. However, I would like to state that, it is, uh, if I'm just talking about women, so it doesn't really matter whether they come from large scale industries or small scale industries, but women in their own little ways, in their own, desires to be entrepreneurs, they have tried to bring a difference to this world, not only to India. I personally know one such woman. I don't know, possibly she would not be termed entrepreneur from the definition of the term entrepreneur. She is actually my aunt. She is Arundhati Bhattacharya, who is now the ex-chairman of State Bank of India. But I've seen her. I have spoken to her. How dedicatedly she used to plan out things. How skillfully she used to think not only about the bank that she is affiliated with, but about the entire nation. How her work could bring some difference to the entire nation. And if I'm talking of Arundhati on one hand, I must talk also of those women who are homebound, or maybe a woman who has started on something like a home delivery business, just delivering just kitchen business, a kitchen delivery business that we call here in Kolkata or in West Bengal. So even that woman is providing food to so many in her own way, using her own expertise, using her own specialization. So I think if entrepreneurship is about specialization, if entrepreneurship is about inculcating one's skills, trying to express one's skills in possible ways, then I think all women in India, most of them I would say, are entrepreneurs in their own right, because they are trying in some way or the other to bring a difference to their home and to the nation as well. As I said, I am no expert to speak on a topic like this, and I have no professional knowledge of this area. It is definitely Madam Vedmani Devi who would speak to us today and would enlighten us on a topic like this. I welcome her once again, and I congratulate the department once again, and I wish grand success of this specialty. Thank you so much.
Yes, Suchishmita. Suchishmita? Oh, okay. She is possible. Yeah. So now I would like to call Srimati Tanushree Polle to say something about, introduce our speaker, Dr. Vedmani Devi.
Thank you, Shumanda. Hello and welcome everyone to our one-day special lecture on entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship. I am Tanushree Polle, Faculty Department of Anthropology, Minani Datta Mahavidyapith. So I have given the opportunity to introduce our invited speaker, Dr. K. Vedmani Devi from Manipur. She is the Global Ambassador, Commonwealth Entrepreneurs Club, and her topic of lecture is Contribution of Women Entrepreneurs in Raising India. So let me mention some of her achievements very briefly due to very shortage of time. So she was awarded as Best Northeast Women Entrepreneurs 2019 by Anuprerana Guwahati Assam, and Best Community Leadership under National Leadership Awards 2020. She is live member of Indian.
Yes. Suchishmita, Tanushree is going. Okay, no problem.
Okay. She is live member of Indian Science Congress, Kolkata, and her area of interest is food and nutrition, ethnoculture, and nature studies. She is associates with a number of individuals and institutions in conducting of field studies and documents on the food and food habits and nutritional status of ethnic communities in Manipur. She did so many research work from 2001 to 2011 as principal investigator as well as research fellow. She was assigned as resource person in entrepreneurship developmental program on food processing industry for Imphal West and Imphal East district in 2016 and 2017. She attends so many seminar and workshop and state, national, international level. And she also attends so many conference, convention and training program of state, regional, national and international level. She presented 16 papers so far and 14 papers published or submitted. So obviously there are so many of our contributions and achievement is left to mention, but due to our shortage of time, I have to end it my speech. And finally, I am inviting our eminent speaker, Dr. Vedmani Devi, to come and deliver your important and significant lecture to enrich all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anthropology. And first of all, I would like to thank Sarapurva Bandapadaji for inviting me for this prestigious meeting. So it's really good to see all of the eminent personalities through this medium. I'm really thankful to you, sir.
So may I project your PPT?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Because I don't know when the weather, the condition, the weather is so erratic. So please, sir. Should I off the video or it should be like this?
Let it be, ma'am. No problem.
I think it will be good if I off the video so that the connection will be good, I think. Here, the topic of this presentation in relation to the entrepreneurship is on the contribution of women entrepreneurs in rising India. So when we talk about the entrepreneurs, so we can't keep aside the women community. That's the main reason it's bringing up the women entrepreneurs contribution in this topic. So this slide number. So now, okay. No, sir. Plus, on the topic, sir. On the topic, sir. I will come in later.
The slide be changed?
No. Just on this topic slide only. So that's how we need to discuss for the role of the entrepreneurs that they contribute in rising India. So just trying to give a glance about the women entrepreneurs in rising India. So it's just a view. So entrepreneurships over the centuries, there were only a few women who owned and operated their own business. So from the Second World War also, the women into the workforce from the Second World War onwards, women brought into the workforce. So, and and they are accepted as social values as a male counterpart. As in those days, male, and even now also, the males are being the head of the house, and women are being dependent and staying indoors. They're not create an environment for the women to work unless there was a necessity. So, of late, there have been significant social, political, and economic changes that have created opportunities for women as well as given them greater acceptance and recognition in the corporate world. So women entrepreneurs have been on the Indian business center for quite some time now and have achieved remarkable success. However, their number in relation to the overall number of small-scale enterprises is still very small. And even the worldwide the trend is not very much different. And when it comes to the sustainability, women entrepreneurs sustainability defines achieving goals in food and water security through a livelihood strategy, and that is focused in mobilizing local communities and more particularly food entrepreneurs in organizing a structure that addresses domestic and commercial needs for enhancing the well-being of both individuals and the community in a given society. In the current situation also, where the coronavirus pandemic has disturbed the equilibrium in daily life and upset the economic activity of people, it is truly relevant that entrepreneurship that addresses immediate needs of the people for their livelihoods and sustenance is significant. So in this context, it will not be out of place to state here that women entrepreneurs in Manipur and other places are playing an important role in securing livelihoods for a wide variety of people, including farm workers, food entrepreneurs, traders, and business community, and marginalized workers, including street vendors. So women entrepreneurs are confident, creative, and innovative women desiring economic independence for the individual self and simultaneously creating employment opportunities for others. So there has been significant social, political, and economic changes that have created opportunities for women as well as given them greater acceptance and recognition in the corporate world. So women entrepreneurs initiate, organize, and operate business enterprises that contributes to state's GDP while meeting goals of sustainability for the entrepreneurs and their associates in the business. Sir, next slide, please. That is it. Women, no, the first one, sir. So women are entrepreneurs in India. So it's really, when we talk about the women entrepreneurs, especially for India, we need to look back the history. We need to know the history. So in 1954, the presence of the recognition of the women's presence as a distinct group with special needs that were happens basically social welfare and health schemes targeted by targeting on the social welfare and health schemes, basically on the motherhood, family care, and child welfare. So that approach towards women was welfare oriented rather than participants in the development process. But in the 1970s, there was a shift in the approach of the schemes from welfare to development. From there onwards, the entrepreneurship journey will start in this country officially. And in 1974, the Committee on Status of Women in India recommended that only active participation of women would ensure their integration into mainstream economy. So as a result of that, a number of development programs aim at improving a lot of women and girls, children as an important human resource were introduced. And the planned document then also envisages giving joint titles to both the spouses in all legal activities such as transfer of assets, distribution of land, house site, etc. So the results of such schemes are bearing fruit now, and we have seen a perceptible and meaningful improvement in the living standards of women, even though monumental task remains to be achieved in the field. So next slide, sir. So slide number 3 is just, I'm just focusing on the emergence of women entrepreneurs in India. So in this area, this winter women generally enter into entrepreneurial activity because of the due to the regular employment, because of the problem with the regular employment, where where they do not provide, they doesn't get the flexibility, control, or challenge offered by business ownership. So for women in particular, the relatively high involvement in necessary entrepreneurship indicates that self-employment is used as a way to circumvent institutional and cultural constraints with respect to female employment, as well as a way to provide supplemental family income. So increased levels of education have played a crucial role in initiating the process of entrepreneurship. So it is not only the illiterate or literate education, it's not only on the base of the educational status that are starting the businesses, but those with education and skills are also exploiting profit opportunities. So women, as we all know, that women are natural marketers. They are passionate and enthusiastic on what they choose to achieve. Women entrepreneurs are becoming more and more successful because they are natural collaborators and love doing projects together. When they find like-minded women from whom they like and think that they can accomplish something with by combining their talents, they do it. Collaborative spirit and attitude runs with women of competitive attitude is rarely seen and considered unsavory when witnessed. So one of the primary drivers is a structural shift. Women are now a greater part of the economic makeup of society. There are more women in the workforce. They are resourceful, leaving the workforce to stay home and raise a family, re-entering when the kids are grown, or working a flat schedule when their kids go to school, like a part-time, that's working from home also. And women's ability to nurture the whole relationship is what makes them great as entrepreneurs. They naturally listen to understand, so they can connect across business boundaries to give solid integrity to relationships. Whether they are talking to a major account, negotiating with a vendor, or posting an employee, it's more than just about that one issue. They're one of making wide and deep relationship is one thing of many that makes them great entrepreneurs. So this is a dynamic world, and it's changing at a greater speed. So changes have occurred in all spheres of human activity, including in their profession and vocation. The results of change are tangible and apparent. So it has contributed to the emergence of various classes of entrepreneurs, including to women whose entry was insignificant and difficult once upon a time. This is a boon for sustained economic development and social progress. So that's why, due to social transformation, spread of higher education, pro-women legislations, spreading awareness, urbanization, family support, etc., have contributed to the emergence of women entrepreneurs in large numbers. So, in former days also, for various reasons, the entry of women into business field was almost restricted. For women, there were 3 cases, like it's always saying everywhere, like 3 cases for women. It means kitchen, kids, and knitting. Then came 3 Ps. It's viral. This kind of words are viral. So it comes 3 Ps. 3 Ps means powder, butter, and pickles. By managing the household costs, dance, manufacturing, home-based scale, production. So now the scenario is completely changed. Women came out of the 4 walls of house owing to social transformation. Now, the previous 3 Ks and 3 Ps are completely replaced by 4 Es, because most of the girls and the women are coming to the electricity, electronic, energy, and engineering areas. So women have undergone a long way and are becoming increasingly visible and successful in all spheres of economic activities. So this is true in case of Indian women also. And women are not only involved in business activities for their survival, they want to satisfy their inner urge of creativity and skill. For this purpose, they have been formulating strategies and building a base. During these years, women are taking more professional education to cope up with market need and are flourishing in various areas. Among them, the important areas, important sectors, among them are fashion designing, interior decoration, exporting, publishing, food manufacturing, garment manufacturing, beauty parlors, basket weaving, consultancies, content writing, event planning, resume writing, etc., etc. So many, in so many sectors, women are involved with nowadays. It is perhaps for these reasons the government, NGOs, researchers, and international agencies have started showing interest in the issues related to entrepreneurship among women. This is true in India also. Indian women are fast becoming entrepreneurs and taking up varied economic activities. So next slide, sir. Here in this slide, challenges and opportunities for women entrepreneurs. Every woman who wants to become or who are becoming entrepreneurs, they always face these challenges, some challenges, and they need to seek some opportunities to become an entrepreneur. So emerging and struggling women entrepreneurs engaged in different trades face common hurdles that are economic and social by nature. Foremost is the financial aspect. Just to emerge as an women entrepreneur, financial support is required. So the foremost is the financial aspect, where emerging entrepreneurs require investments for setting up their business, for machinery and initial setup of workspace, for procurement of raw material and wages for workers. The biggest challenge comes from accessing funders or approaching relevant government agencies for funding support. Now, another important aspect is networking of backward and forward linkages to sustain business. So connecting with farmers at the grassroots is relatively important, particularly for food entrepreneurs to have our raw material in time and in sufficient quantity. Thereafter, connecting with market support for both retail and wholesale business as forward linkage is definitely important for progress of the enterprise. And the backward and the forward linkage connectivity is the backbone of any enterprise survival, especially in terms of market competition. So without this, the supply chain, without the smooth connection of these linkages of backward and forward connectivity, none of the entrepreneurs, none of the enterprise can run. So in the modern times, the women entrepreneurs have to be savvy with electronic gadgetry such as access to internet and e-market platforms. Just now we have experience for the accessing of the internet and all these things. So all the women besides entrepreneurs, all the women need to know how to access the internet and all this online platform. So linking up on social media with potential business partners or achieving market demand is the byword today. Small time business at the local market level cannot sustain business, and so there is need to reach out to outside market through e-market platform, online marketing platform like Amazon and so many online marketing platforms here. So connecting up with other women entrepreneurs on common business platform or through social media groups help individual entrepreneurs to be updated on latest market demands. So women entrepreneurs in India are handicapped in the matter of organizing, running business on account of their general as they are generally low levels in the skills, and they want support system in relation to this digital world. So the transition, because the transition from homemaker to sophisticated business women is not that much easy, because it's not what to say. Because one person can't change in a day. They all need to learn step by step. So, but the trend is changing. Women across India are showing an interest to be economically independent, are coming forward to the business arena with ideas to start small and medium enterprises, and are showing interest to learn new technology, new ideas, to apply new ideas, and these things are coming up. So the challenge is the opportunities for women in the digital age are growing as job seekers turn to job creation. They are growing as a designer, interior designer, all these things. So they're just always looking for new modes of economic participation. So they have better access to local and foreign markets now. And the Planning Commission as well as the Indian government recognizes the need for women to be part of mainstream of economic development. Women entrepreneurship is seen as an effective strategy to solve the problems of rural and urban poverty. It is perhaps for these reasons the governments, NGOs, researchers, international agencies have started showing interest in the issues related to entrepreneurship among women. I guess this is true in India also. Indian women are fast becoming entrepreneurs and taking up variety economic activities. So, next slide, please. I think it might be the last slide. So, yeah, it is the last slide. So, role of women entrepreneurs in national income. All of us know the term entrepreneurship, and doing an enterprise gives employment opportunity, as well as it helps in the economic status of the family. So when a woman starts, it get benefited to the family, and then to the locality, then to the state, and then to national and level. Like this, women entrepreneurs are taking an important role in developing international income. So the first one to employment generation. In this context, there is a saying that when women bring life into this world, it contributes to the society. When a women entrepreneur creates an enterprise, it creates employment opportunity. We all know that I'm not taking the gender bias, but just focusing on the women community. So if one starts an enterprise, then it generates employment opportunity, which ultimately creates wealth. Growth of women entrepreneurs can be a vehicle of their socio-economic empowerment. So it implies that women entrepreneurs not only establish their enterprise, but provide job to others. Women entrepreneurship is about women's position in the society and their role as entrepreneurs in the STEM society. It can be understood in two ways, namely at the individual level, as an individual, there's how much staff they have, how many people, the number of self-employed individual level figures, and at the farm level also, number of farms owned by women and their economic impact. Distinct. It can be understood in these different ways. So, in this way, women entrepreneurs have an important impact on the economy in terms of their ability to create jobs for themselves as well as for others. Hence, the contribution of women entrepreneurs are a prerequisite for national building. And when it comes to socioeconomic development, socioeconomic empowerment is a situation when women have control over their life and resources. Women are naturally endowed with the emotions of love. This positive energy could be used in managing human resources efficiently. And women-owned businesses are highly increasing in the economies of almost all countries. The hidden entrepreneurial potentials of women have gradually been changing with the growing sensitivity to the role and economic status in the society. So it signifies that women entrepreneurs contribute to the gross domestic product of the country by establishing enterprises and producing goods and services. So due to their entrepreneurial activity, women entrepreneurs bring dynamism in market. In this way, they also help in increasing the national income of the country. So, in a nutshell, as a conclusion of the presentation, women entrepreneurship has been recognized as an important untapped source of economic growth during the last decade. With the spread of education and awareness, Indian women have shifted from the extended kitchen, handicrafts, and traditional cottage industries to non-traditional higher level of activities. So in the new industry policy, the government has laid special special emphasis on the need of conducting special entrepreneurial training programs for women to enable them to start their own ventures. Financial banks and institutions have also set up special cells to assist women entrepreneurs. This has helped women a lot in taking up the entrepreneurial activity in India. So just it's under conclusion in support of the contribution of women entrepreneurs in rising India. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vedmani Devi, for your enlightening lecture on entrepreneurship, especially women entrepreneurship. One thing is attracting my eyes about the 3 Ks and 3 Ps. I would like to add one more K to it: kitchen, kids, knitting, and knowledge, obviously. Isn't it? Without knowledge, nothing is possible. So
That's
very, very interesting. And for E also, it is again very interesting. So yes, of course, employment opportunities and entrepreneurship are related subject, and ultimately it leads to women empowerment. This is a very interesting thing which we think we should think of, and our students should also think of doing some business of their own. Anyway, now the floor is open for discussion. I would like to request all the students to, if you have any question, ask,
Yes,
put your question.
yes, Dr. Yes, Dr. Kshetrimayum Senchuri. Thanks for your comment, and also I would like to invite the questions from the floor, from the students. তোমরা বাংলায়ও করতে পারো. If you have any problem in English, then you can talk by unmuting your voice and talk in Bengali. I will translate this into the English. কারোর যদি কোনো কোশ্চেন থাকে তাহলে অবশ্যই করতে পারো. Anyway, Dr. Vedmani Devi, you are delivered very effective the lecture and regarding the women's rising in entrepreneurship in India. Now we would like to know what are the basic skill is required for developing the entrepreneurship. What are the basic skills are required for that? If you kindly highlight this point.
Yeah, it's already mentioned, but lightly mentioned is just to cover up all the points. So just for to become an entrepreneur, one just don't need to learn from it's an inborn quality, because when I focus to the women, women it has the inborn quality as a marketer. She knows very well, because as being a woman's eye, people may think that she is supporting more women. It's not like that. Women generally, women can handle many things in a time. She is always a multitasker, unlike the opposite gender. So to become an entrepreneur, one needs to just explore the hidden talent, the skills, and if you haven't that skill also, they can acquire it by getting trainings, and just that most important K1, knowledge. If they gather that knowledge, then everyone can become entrepreneur. The main thing is he should be the person who wants to become an entrepreneur should have a target, should have a clear target, and should have a clear vision also. If he or she have that vision, and if we focus on that vision by making a mission, then he or she can achieve that goal. So for become an entrepreneur, you just need a skill, focus to the target, and make the visions with a mission. Then automatically he can become an entrepreneur.
whether the person needs a special training or special understanding for developing the skills.
Yeah, it's based on it will be different based on the person's choices, because there's so many sectors one can get the skills. Like I had mentioned about the agriculture related area, electronic, IT sector. There's so many sectors so one can venture out for the entrepreneurship venture. So based on that interested sector or area, he or she can learn the skills required for that entrepreneur venture.
Thank you. Suchishmita, hey, whether you can able to share the idea of CRI that the beauty parlor, the entrepreneurship.
Yeah, when I was working under BCW department, Backward Classes Welfare Department of Government of West Bengal, so they had a project on ethnic beauty care. Ethnic beauty care, actually training was given to the women, especially who are belonging to SC, ST and OBCs, and they were given training of beautician course. And later on, they were encouraged to develop their own business. So in that way, I did evaluation of that project, and I found it was going all over all the districts of West Bengal, and the outcome was very great because the women were very much interested, and they were starting the beautician courses, and they have opened beauty parlor at their homes, and they were giving services to the neighboring communities. So this was a very innovative thought that was taken up by the BCW department. So this was an interesting entrepreneurial development of the women, of the backward classes people. So like this, many things could be happen. Women can be involved for doing their own business.
No, Suchishmita, apart from this, I just remember the word of Dr. Upen Bishwas. He said that before developing the entrepreneurship, the lower caste women, they are not permitted to enter the higher caste people room or house. But after developing the entrepreneurship, so many higher caste people, they are entered into they went into the lower caste people, and they get the facilities, and they hired the facilities from the lower caste people. So that is very yes, that is also important. Yes, is also important things in underprivileged areas, specifically in Eastern India and in Odisha, and also in West Bengal. There is a huge caste discrimination is also going on. So this is also the very important aspect, I think. So anybody have any question?
Jishu has asked a question. Jishu has asked a question. What are the biggest mistake made by the startup entrepreneurs? Jishu, could you clarify your question? You can ask over microphone also.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, বলছিলাম আমি যে মানে কি মানে আমি প্রথমে কোনো মানে যে এন্টারপ্রেনিউর প্রথম থেকে নিজের লাইফস্টাইলটা শুরু করছে, সেখানে কি ধরনের মিস্টেক করতে পারো যার জন্য ওকে মানে এই রিস্ক গুলো নিতে হতে পারে, যার জন্য সাকসেসফুল করতে পারে ইন লাইফ ইন ফিউচার?
What are the constraints a new entrepreneur can face? He is asking about that. What are the constraints? What are the obstacles that he can or she can face when she or he is beginning a kind of business, and how they can overcome those constraints?
Is it in relation to the startup? Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
being an entrepreneur and just to become a startup, it's very different. Entrepreneurship, it's just I had mentioned, it's an inborn quality, and it automatically happens. Just to become an entrepreneur and participating as a startup, then he or she needs to learn new skills, new technology, and needs to know about the innovative ideas. It should be focused on the innovative ideas. because they started and ideas is they are mainly focusing on the innovative ideas only. So in just for the obstacles for the startup, they just need to incubate to learn about all the areas which can be faced by an entrepreneur. In relation to the financial matter, also in relation to the marketing area, in relation to communicate with the customers, and in relation to find out the customer segments. Overall, they need to know the competitors before establishing their entrepreneurial venture. Everything needs to focus on that thing. But just it's for the startup, the entrepreneurs. And just for the entrepreneurs, the traditional entrepreneurs, they are more focusing on the traditional methods of the activities. So they know well the basic ideas. That's the difference in between these traditional entrepreneurs and the coming up startup entrepreneurs. So the differences.
Yes. Shuman, you are mute.
Urpita, do you have any question, Urpita? Urpita there for Food and Nutrition Department?
No, sir, it's okay.
Okay. So
Hello?
let me ask one question, Dr. Vedmani, Devi. That is, entrepreneurship is a big thing, right? It's a very big thing, and it has the different kind of segments, different kind of skills, and so on and so forth. Now, within the entrepreneurship divisions, the categories, I heard about the food entrepreneurship. What is food entrepreneurship and how it can be developed?
For the development of foodpreneurs. Okay. For food foodpreneur, mostly, generally, they are focusing on the traditional knowledges, because they initially they don't focus on this nutrition, food and nutrition, the importance of food and nutrition areas, and they just initiate their venture based on their traditional knowledge. But to become a professional in this foodpreneur, they need to learn about the food science and nutrition area, so that they can give the importance of their food products, the content of their products, nutrient value, so that they can attract customers. Because nowadays customers are very much conscious about the health and conscious about the nutrients they have taken through food. So the manufacturer, the foodpreneur, should know very well about the food science and nutrition area for that product. That's the important area.
Thank you.
I would like to request Sam Devan sir to say a few words.
Yes.
Food business, we are talking about food business and other things, women entrepreneurs. Devan sir, could you hear me? Probably
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes,
yes, sir, please.
Can you hear me now?
Sir.
I have missed out
Yes, sir,
many
you are
things, of
audible.
course.
You are audible.
Okay, yeah, I'm audible. I have missed out the full content. In between, I had to do some other work. But anyway, it was nice listening to whatever ma'am have said. And to be very frank, there will be the change of opinion. What ma'am says and what I believe, there's a little contradiction in one. So better I can talk in a different platform. That will be much better, because many things as an entrepreneur, you don't have to learn many things. It is not something that people are born to be entrepreneurs, because in my experience, I have seen there are lots of people who came blank and later turn out to be very good entrepreneurs. It is more of a mindset change. is more of a mindset change to become an entrepreneur. A person may become a graduate in entrepreneurship, a master degree in entrepreneurship, but he may not become an entrepreneur. But a person who is not even educated, he may be a dropout. But if he has the nick of entrepreneurship, if he has the inclination towards entrepreneurship, if he has that mindset of entrepreneurship, he will come out as an entrepreneur. Maybe little bit of guidance, little bit of orientation, little bit of tracking the mindset will be important. And anyway, it is nice what ma'am has said. Ma'am, just given an introduction, I've just recently been appointed as a KVIC director in Manipur, very recently, not even 4
thank
months.
you, sir. Thanks for informing that, sir. We will surely meet. And sir, the point you have mentioned, it's the important area which we have discussed in the presentation also, because
Yeah, ma'am.
to become an
next time,
entrepreneur, no one need to learn. It's already in it's interlinked with the traditional knowledge. So,
No, actually
Anyway,
what happened in the
yes,
north,
yes,
in the eastern part of India, eastern part of India, there is of course more of orientation. People are not aware about the concept of entrepreneurship. So education, training, this kind of things are required. Okay, for example, if you talk about the north or even Gujarat or in Rajasthan and all, there people are already into the line of entrepreneurship or business. So naturally in the eastern part or the northeast, it is required.
right.
Anyway, we'll have a next session. I'll also love to be a part of this. And thank you, ma'am. I'll meet you
Yes,
once
yes.
I'm in Manipur.
Yes.
So we can also exchange ideas.
Sure,
Yes.
sir, sure,
Madam,
sir.
yeah, Devi, I will also contact you. I'll
Yes.
share your.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Devan. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we will be meeting again. So the thing is that whatever I am acquiring from the different kind of discussion regarding the entrepreneurship, that is the attitudes and role is also important for a particular person. Women also, any sort. And second thing is that the situation is also important. Specifically the family situations and also the neighborhood situations, also important for that. Now, it is entrepreneurship is also, now I am just remembering some of the NGOs like Basics India. Now, Basics India, they are trying to build entrepreneurship, some of the groups in Eastern India and including the state of Jharkhand and also Bihar. And for which people? For the people of Musahar community. Do you know the Musahar community? Musahar community is one of the community who are living ultra privilege, ultra poverty group. So ultra poverty group, they are living in below poverty, and then there is a segment. So this is very hard to build their confidence. It's very hard to build their attitudes and the roles to come out to build what entrepreneurs and to involve in a certain kind of businesses for the development of the socioeconomically and also the different things. So the challenges is also there, but these challenges are taking very, very effective way, different groups and different parts of the world. So some of them, they are very, very successful, and Dr. Devan said that very important key the steps, that is some training, some modules, some attitude building activities, some skill development enhancement courses. It may be helpful to the students who are basically from undergraduate and postgraduate levels. So what the things, why I am very much targeting the entrepreneurship? Because as I already mentioned, already when we met Dr. Vedmani Devi in the room of Mehdi, we just discussed that the big question we face in front of our student after passing their degree, all majorities of them, they came to us and asked that what they can do for their earning and for their establishment in a society. And we are always trying to give some of the solution that you should study in higher studies, or you should try for the jobs or you should go for a particular NGOs, right? So thing is that these entrepreneurship development skills is also maybe the one of the important things to minimize these queries. So we can say that yes, you have the skills of entrepreneurship, then you can develop the entrepreneurship using your brains and collaborate with the different peoples who are doing extremely good job, involved in some activities in different parts of the world. So I think this is the way we can motivate our students, and I really thankful Dr. Vedmani Devi to raise this and to lucidly explain the entrepreneurship and the woman role specifically here it is.
Yeah, I want to supplement some points, sir. Just to develop entrepreneurship, we don't need to take the time to learn more. We can revive our traditional knowledge also. From there, we can start the entrepreneur venture.
Yes.
So there's so many. Here's a case study also in Manipur, in Kamjong district, in the Reha village. During this pandemic, everyone is facing a lot of problems. There we have visited and meet the women communities as well as the village authorities. There, most of their activities is on farming, and they are farming on cassava. So we can look at that product also, like we are doing right now. So they can they are farming cassava along with the paddy. So that, just to enhance their economic status, so we can give them the basic processing methods through women community. So through that training, that they don't need to learn ABCD for that thing. Just to fill up the peel it and slice it, dry it, and make powder. All these things only. From that area, we can develop entrepreneurship. For that thing, no one is needed to put platform to train some methodologies and technologies and anything. So from there, so every student who are already passed out or going to pass out from any stream, they can involve in this thing in the first place. After that, to scale up the venture, they can learn, they can enter to different trainings and all to get the new technology and other opportunities so that they can scale up.
Yes.
But just to start an entrepreneur, to start an entrepreneur's venture, they can focus on this thing, so that the farmers, the people who are in the interior area, who are in the upland areas, they can develop also. Through them, our local area, our state, our nation can bring the, what to say, the economic development can be happened through them only. Because all the people from the city, they can earn from many areas, but if we don't help the farmers, and the people in the rural areas, none of the state, none of the country can just become developed country. That's so. I just need to request all the students and all the learned just to spread this knowledge that they should not sit idly. They shouldn't wait to get some government jobs. They need to approach this the people from this area, so that there should be some economic development can be created. Through that, that we can go there, I think.
Thank you very much. So
one of our student is asking a question. Let me put it in front of madam. Please give some advice for the women who are belonging to underdeveloped areas to make them self-sufficient. That is, he is asking about the women of underdeveloped area, how they can develop their entrepreneurship attitude like this.
That's what we were just discussing.
Exactly.
Because we need to know what are the resources around us.
Yes, definitely.
From there we need to focus. So I always when I visit to a village in the Intore area, I always look around whether there is a gooseberry plant, whether there is a hog plum. It's just something forest produces. From that thing, one can start the entrepreneur venture. So there's so many widely available edible foods. For that, no one need to do farming, and just they what they need is to harvest it, plug it, and just by applying some traditional knowledge, traditional method of preservation, and just drying, just mixing salt and drying under the sun, that's also become a good product. So based on this thing, we need to start. So we don't need to wait. Just we need to think what our forefathers did for us. So how they preserve our food. Just during those days. Annual the food security is always there. The whole year's food was stocked in place, so that there wasn't any scarcity of food. So we need to revive. We need to learn more traditional knowledge. We need to revive it, and can start once entrepreneur venture.
Thank you, Dr. Vedmani Devi. Just I want to add that the process of drying the food, it may also vary from region to region. So I have traveled throughout the India, and I observed how they dried the food, the different fish, right? For example, the drying process is in Nagaland and Manipur and Mizoram is quite different from the Bengal, and also quite different from the southern India, and also quite different from the Jammu and Kashmir. So also the drying process is also different. They are varying. So we have to learn about all these things. And Dr. Kshetrimayum, I think we may proceed to vote of thanks.
Okay. So I would now thank you, madam, for your valuable discussion. Many things left. Probably we will have the chance again to meet with you and discuss more things. Anyway, now I would like to request Pushpalata Tigga to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sujismita ma'am. I am Pushpalata Tigga from Mrinalini Datta Mahavidyapit, and thank you Vedmani Devi ma'am. Your lecture is so informative, and our students are very fruitful for this topic is contribution of women's entrepreneurs in rising India. And I would like to thank our organizing committee, Srimati Chandrima Bhattacharya, President, Governing Body, our Principal Sir, Dr. Apurva Bandyopadhyay, and IQAC members, Mitali Gangopadhyay, and our faculties of our department, Dr. Suman Chakraborty Sir, Dr. Sujismita Sen Chaudhary, Tanushree Polle, and Shashwati Roy. And I also thankful to those are listening patiently in this one-day lectureship program. Orpita ma'am, Devan sir, and Samiran Naskar sir, and our beloved students, they are also present here and they are listening and fruitful for this one-day lectureship program. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you have joined today's lecture, and even though there is a huge problem, there is a huge problem of connectivity. So thanks also Thiam Jene for joining this webinar specifically, and also another CEO. I think who are coming from CEO from.
He is from Nutri Center, India.
Okay. So convey my regards and thanks to him. So hopefully we will join again. And now I am stop my recording. and we just